Well, those are the set matchups here so far. And it's two drafts that put MPL Indonesia winners up against India's best here in True Rippers. And their first chance at a performance where that trophy in the middle is at stake. $1 million prize pool, but this is just the beginning of that uphill battle. It is going to be True Rippers versus Team Vitality. Let's kick it over to your casters to start game one.
Thank you so much, Rain Day, and we are officially about to start this debut series from India's finest up against the Indonesian champions, Team Vitality. And it seems like we've solidified the Eudora in the meta so far, at least here in day one, together with the Link.
That they did. Brigida already an early flicker being burned out by Asuna, but that's fine. You know, that's what you got that for. This is usually what we see in the early game anyway. Some pressure in the mid lane. You want to go ahead and burn out some battle spells, or if you can essentially get a first blood, that'd be great. Let's go ahead and take a look, though, at the emblem setup so far. Again, Ling has been hyper scaling throughout today alone, day one. Paired up with Eudora works so well because you can set things up, but I love the Badang pick. As you can see, even the emblems that is rolling here for Kimmy, like you've just got good movement speed, good setup potential. Speaking of Kimmy right now, whoa, a little bit too much, burning his own flicker, first blood to Vitality.
I mean, the Badang is a really great pickup if you're just really looking to disrupt, if you want to interrupt whatever engages the opponents might do against you. But in those kinds of scenarios where they're just all going in at the same time, it's tough.
Okay, he hits the purple buff. They're going to force this fight, it looks like anyway. Early on, Kimmy picks up a kill, some revenge now for True Rippers. They say, get out of my jungle.
And the difference is Kimmy's not alone.
Yeah, Kimmy's not alone.
Kimmy had help there, so with that fist break at least landing and catching multiple opponents, then there was a better punish that you got to see from True Rippers this time around. Handing them over the very slight advantage you're seeing, but that's not a start that you'd want for a Link jungler, because you really just wanted to interrupt his farming. You don't want him to get those early kills, but now you somehow got him involved in the early skirmishes this game.
Oh, okay. Maestro's up to something. Moreno's got his own Tempest Blades. Turtle's going to be up first objective, but I think True Rippers wants to go ahead and just take their time with this. They know positioning is in their favor. You got half health on your jungler. Ians doesn't want to take this fight just yet.
They're going to hold this though. True Rippers are at least going to position themselves here, but this is an Akai that we're talking about. An Akai trying to fight the objectives, but there you go. Finn finally shows up.
There it is. There's a Throne of Ruin already used. Tempest Blades comes down too. They'll just go for the fight. Moreno uses his own, and now Niall will lock down in there. Emon comes through with Blazing Duet. Couple bodies drop in over here into this fight, but the fight for the turtle looks like it's going to go over to Vitality.
That was too much crowd control from Team Vitality, and we were just highlighting the impact of an Akai in the objective fight. Oh, wait!
He's 1 HP. Oh, Moreno's around the corner, goes in with the flicker to capitalize another kill.
That's a massive win you get to see from Team Vitality, taking the objective and multiple kills across the board against True Rippers. Asuna will be here though. I don't think they will get to find any trades from this rotation that you're seeing. But Vitality are just so quick to convert. They're just so proactive across the map, winning it out. And now you see how much gold they've secured for Eman, which you would assume is not going to be the best possible matchup, considering that he is up against a carry, who, by the way, is also a Master Assassin.
Yeah, wanted to basically go 1v1 in that lane, try to get the upper hand for Garcia, but you know, this is one of the cases, right? When you build this kind of composition that's supposed to snowball, and especially for your Ling, again, if you get delayed, then the whole team's affected to an extent, right? And you're talking about 2,000 gold lead. It's nothing too crazy. It's still early on in the game. But my main concern here, Brigida, is that next turtle that comes up, True Rippers definitely wants to get in a better position when it comes to actually taking the objective. And it seems like Team Vitality is just willing to go ahead and force a fight, you know, try to get the upper hand in terms of fight.
Yeah, because I like that they're confident. They try to position themselves first, but hold on, Garcia's all alone here.
Oh, Garcia's got no flicker too. You're just not going to be able to escape this. An easy pickup there as it goes over to Emon, plus the damage on the turret. Asuna too late to the fight.
All right, so this time around, going back to what we were talking about, True Rippers, at least they do make some attempts. They try to position themselves early on. They have the slight advantage because, again, they do have their very own sources of crowd control. But the thing is, I feel like Kimmy is starting to become a much vulnerable target for Vitality because they have much more crowd control. Hold on, though, Niall.
Okay, I was going to say, what are they up to? They get the flicker out, though, from Garcia. So, again, a battle spell used. It just came off cooldown, and now you're not going to have it. Plus, your tier 1 turret goes down in that gold lane.
How much gold has he possibly lost in that moment? And how much has went over to the hands of Eman, who's now 201 and who took all these energy shields from that turret down bottom? It's Vitality clearly having the advantage here in this upcoming objective. Asuna couldn't even go anywhere close, not even Kimmy, because I feel like they're really playing from behind. And this is an objective that they are going to give up. No trades across the map whatsoever too, so it's as if True Rippers are now forced to play reactive against Team Vitality.
Yeah, they kind of have no choice here at this point, Brigida. They gotta either potentially look for an all-out play, but so far it's just been responding to what Team Vitality is doing. Rahanshot too, 1v3, gonna get thrown back away from the turret, burns the flicker too, and goes down anyway. That's just how much of a lead Vitality has right now against True Rippers.
Well, I'm not sure why they went back as well. It was possibly trying to take their attention for a much longer time, since True Rippers were trying to look for trades on the other side of the map, but I feel like even then that was a bit too much time, because they would have gotten it either way.
Oh, Kimmy goes in with a lockdown. That's Emon. Doesn't even pop the Purify, but now he's going off. Tempest Blade's going to be used. They're going to force the fight anyway, and he'll get out. Purify used. Here's the conceal. Does Vitality choose to fight? No, they're just going to push into the jungle further.
That is not the easiest target to catch if you are True Rippers. Going up against or trying to lock down the Claude on a Purify with the BMI, with only just the Badang to rely on for crowd control, does not even Asuna could come close. Garcia!
Ooh, Garcia just not having a good time in this game. A Fatal Links, once again, it's Kimmy the target. Emon's in the area, but it's a double for Nile. And this is the thing of Vitality just choosing their targets at leisure. This is the problem for True Rippers. They don't really have an answer to this tempo that's been set by Vitality.
Yep, wherever Eman is, that lane is just so active. You draw him a couple moments to go down bottom, and now it's already the tier 1 going down. And you see him up top, and now even that goes down. And Rihancha could barely survive this. Ian goes in though.
Goes in, comes Blades, but you want to get out of there. Shogun's right here. He's charged up, goes in with 1-2 punch, and will take out Asuna under it. But can Kimmy get the kill? Convert it over? No, he can't. So it's again just True Rippers scrambling, looking for anything across the map. They're going to lose a tier 1 turret. This turtle, 3 for 3, should go over to Vitality unless they just waited out for that Lord to come through.
And they could no longer anticipate the angles from which Vitality are actually coming from. Shogun isn't being checked at all. He's just free to go in for these very aggressive plays, even 1v1, considering the amount of lead that's already in their hands. It's 5k. I feel like a majority of it is in the hands of Eman as well, by the way, but you haven't seen the Blazing do it in action just yet too. So that just adds to multiple layers of the threats that you have to think about when you're going up against Team Vitality. True Rippers, at this point, is it really just counter-engage that they can rely on? Because they have the Badang, they have the Alice, they have setup potential, but their scaling is just mostly gonna take some time. Yeah,
Shogun doing what he wants to do here up on this bottom side. Ians will go ahead and survive. Half health. He's actually going to go use the Retribution. Lord's already taken too. Tempest Blade's used. Shogun might get caught. Does have to burn the flicker, and he's able to escape. Even with the conceal, here comes the rest of Vitality, though, to counter punch. There's the lockdown from Nile, their own version of Tempest Blade, but from Moreno, and fighting under the turret with Emon, blazing to it, shooting everywhere he wants to, and now Rahancha as well. They'll clean up. Rahancha can't do anything but just watch the team get decimated under these turrets. He can't escape, trying to get away with the gleam, and just barely will survive.
And that's the damage from the Blazing Duet that we've been talking about. So much has been forced out of True Rippers in just that single fight without even the Lord by their side. Now they pop the Holy Shields down bot, and the Lord will get a much easier access to their base turrets. True Rippers, they're falling behind significantly. That 5k gold lead we've been talking about earlier has now doubled the amount, and Finn goes in once again.
Devastating here on the defense. Kimmy gone in an instant, as well as their turret. Lord is still up here. Conceal going to be used. Finn off the off angle. Emon's going to jump in with the Blazing Duet, firing off on Garcia and Rahancha. Gleam there, trying to escape. Thrown a Ruin used as well, and now here comes the Tempest Blades. Can they turn it around? A kill's picked up, but Emon will just fire on the base as Vitality will take game 1.
The Lord has not been dealt with, and True Rippers lost sight of how important it is. They were unable to defend, and Team Vitality with such a clean performance from the laning all the way to the late game, if it was even the late game.
You walked in, you played wrong. I think at this point, we need another game before I can really say maybe they just weren't ready for this. Maybe there's still a lot on the table that they need to perfect. The draft looked good. This is a playable...